star, daughter to the sun. Life for the party, order up the fun. Booming, how I zoom in, call me Heidi, right? If you're not influenced, then it's Heidi. Klova not a glare, but a glow. Klova got the flair for the show, a beat for the... Skipping over comments like hopscotch, just to add the fire to sound it because it's top notch. Flavor, disco inferno. OG major, let's go internal. South to the north for the torch I live. It gets hard to ignore this gift. When it comes to the heat, you can never skip me. Think I'm lying, that's Harry the hippie. Then my light, you can never shake me. Supernova, that's mega baby. Yeah.
And now, here's your host, Klova Nova.
All right. Welcome back to KLOVAVISION. All my charms. I love you guys. Okay. I am in the middle of eating right now. I'm going to wait till we see a couple of people coming here before I go ahead and open up the screen and get into the show. Let me see one person come on in here. We got some things to talk about tonight. I am eating some a whole roasted chicken, rotisserie chicken from I ain't gonna say out the grocery store I got it from, but I got a whole rotisserie chicken, y'all. Some roasted potatoes and some garlic bread. And of course I'm sipping on my cold cut water, honey. Yeah. So let's get into it, y'all. Let's just get into it. Hi, everybody. It's your girl, Miss Klova Nova, queen of the Klovas. And welcome back to another episode. This is episode 2 of the 4th season. So I'm really excited about this. Thank you guys for continuing to rock with me, whether you're watching it live or you're watching it 10 years from now. I am so excited about being in the presence of the charms. Now, I'm going to admit something to y'all, charms. Now, I was trying to think all week of what I'm going to talk about today. What's this show going to be about? Day. And let me tell y'all something. When I tell y'all I put together a show at the very last minute, so y'all gonna have to really work with me on this show, y'all, okay? I don't have a team of people like most podcasters got a team of people. Hey, Miss Unique, if you guys have not already subscribed to this channel, make sure you guys are subscribing to Unique Way. That's Way with 4 Y's. Unique Way with 4 Y's. And if you don't know who Unique Way is, Unique is the inspiration behind KLOVAVISION. So I like to think of my channel as an umbrella under the Unique Way channel. So I'm a branch of her tree. I'm sorry, y'all. If y'all hear me burping, it's because I'm sipping on my cut water. And I also have a bowl. Like I said, I have a bowl of rotisserie chicken, potatoes, and garlic bread in here. So one thing I'm not going to do is miss a meal to do a laugh, okay? So we're not gonna play around like I'm not hungry right now because this is the first meal of the day. And as y'all may not have noticed, I am wearing my Scope Touch band, honey. It's supposed to like let me know when I'm full, but we finna ignore that tonight. I'm sorry. I'm just sorry. I'm just wearing it because it's very comfortable. It's very snug. If you guys are looking for the perfect waist trainer that can adjust to your exact comfortability, the Scope Touch is very, very good. Scope Touch, cut that check. I'm just saying. So let's get into it. Yeah, because this I'm trying to make this a very, very short live. I don't have anything. Like I said, I did this at the last minute. I'm like, what am I going to talk about? What am I going to talk about today? And today I just decided to just go with the flow. So we're going to start with Well, we always start with the daily bread. Oh, wait a minute. Did I put it in the wrong spot? Oh, save. Okay. So we're gonna start with the daily bread. Um. Oh my God. If you're in the chat right now, please put in the chat where you're watching from. I just want to know if I'm global or not. Am I global yet, y'all? Am I worldwide yet, y'all? Am I reaching other countries and civilizations and things of that nature? Am I? Okay, hold on. I'm trying to put okay, so daily bread. Bam. Okay, there we go. So let's start with first. Let's start with the vibe check. Vibe check. I am blessed and highly favored because you guys, I didn't go live last Monday. I was dealing with the fact that my mom was in a nursing home. You guys like the new studio? Let me let me get into that. Let's get into the background first. The new logo. Um y'all like the studio? Let me know if y'all like the background. I created myself. I don't know what these movies are. I'm not sure what that is in the background, but I know I created that. You know, and also I just want to put out there, if you guys can create me the dopest studio green screen background, I would love for you guys to do that. You can submit your creations to um Miss Klova Nova at gmail.com. Okay. If you guys can create me the dopest, I'm talking about the dopest background with ClovaVision background ever. I want to be in the dopest studio, the dopest whatever you can create. It don't have to be a studio. It could be whatever, a rooftop. It could be a room or whatever. But if you can create me the dopest studio, your background may get featured on the show. Okay, so just a little heads up. There may or may not be a cash prize for the most creative Clover Vision studio out there. But yes, submit it to Miss Klova Nova at gmail.com. It's going to hold on. It's going to the chat. Um, New Jersey, Unique Way is in New Jersey. You guys follow Unique channel, Unique Way channel. God is light. Thank you, Miss Coco. Y'all remember Miss Coco from season 2 and 3? My co-host was season 1 too. I think it was one as well. But Miss Coco, my co-host, is in the building. We got to get her back on the show so she could do a segment with us. Um, yes, God is light always. Okay, so that was the vibe check. The vibe check is that my mom was in the hospital for a couple days, and she dealt with it. She has some really heavy mucus that she had to get rid of. Um, for those of y'all who know, for my real charm, my day one charms, y'all know I've been taking care of my mom for 5 years, and she got admitted to the nursing home. So now, from the nursing home, she was admitted to the hospital because of her dialysis. Her blood was really low, y'all. So she had to go to the hospital, get more blood, get antibiotics and everything. And I am proud and blessed to say that she is now back at the nursing home. We just got off the phone. I just told her I'm going to do my podcast. We'll see if or if not she calls me regardless, because she said she was bored. She's in isolation. They had diagnosed her with RSV. Anybody know RSV is like just a respiratory virus, but it's also contagious. But they have her on antibiotics. They're taking care of her. She is doing good. I'm gonna go see her as soon as they put her back in her regular room. Um, and she's looking forward to that too. So that's the vibe, okay, for tonight. If y'all see me looking around, I'm looking at my notes, I'm looking at TikTok, I'm looking at YouTube. So if y'all see me looking around, I'm talking, it's because I'm doing a lot of things at one time, y'all, okay? But I am so glad you guys are back in the building. Okay, now it's time for our daily bread, everybody. So there's gonna be multiple topics that I'm talking about tonight. Um, and we're going to get into the hot topic of tonight, which I think bleeds into the regular topic because it has a lot to do with this daily bread. Now, this daily bread is for from Corinthians. Y'all know I'm gonna put a spiritual vitamin in every episode, y'all. Corinthians 3:2 that says, "Set your minds on things that are above, and not things that are on earth." Y'all know the climate we're in right now, right? Y'all know this war that's going on. There's this bombing in Iran that the government's trying to put us in to distract us from what the Epstein files, right? So we must not take our mind off the Epstein files, okay? So all this stuff that's going on with the United States doing this and that is just to keep us focused on something else. He's saying, don't watch me. Don't push me. Push a push pop. Okay? We ain't finna push a push pop. We finna push you right out the office. Okay? Mr. Trumpstein. That's what I call him now. Trumpstein. Clover is, hold on, y'all. Because y'all know, I'm trying to read these comments and things too. But yeah, Clover is seeking someone to create the dopest back. Oh yeah, yeah. So that's the background. Thank you, Miss Coco, for that. In Perfect World, thank you for joining. Thank y'all for being in here. Thank God, Mama's doing better. I'm letting Mama know, Miss Coco, that you said you glad that she's doing better, and thank God she's doing better. And thank y'all for the prayers that people that have been hitting me up, that's been keeping up with me on all my platforms, that know what my mom was going through. I appreciate you guys so much. Y'all, yes, yes, yes. So sad we have that kind of. Listen, I don't consider him a president. I just say we have a convict in office, and I think um, this midterms in November this year. If you guys have not will not vote or not participate, don't consider yourself a charm. You are eliminated from the charm chat central group. You are no longer a charm if you do not vote in this November's um, midterm election. I'm just gonna let you know. You're not a charm if you do not vote his ass out in November. Okay, enough of the convict, enough of the con artist, enough of him saying we're doing great. This is the why. Okay, we're doing so great. Why you're cutting things? Why do we have custom Medicaid? Why do we have custom SNAP? If we're making so much money, think about it, y'all. If we're making all this money from these tariffs that he's coming up with, why does he feel the need to cut? Right? And he called them retaliatory tariffs. That means he's retaliating, right? So that means tariffs are bad, right? Okay. Your girl not political, okay? I'm just saying, this government makes you really want to get into what is he doing in the White House, because I miss the good old days when we had a boring president, when we knew something was wrong, but we still was getting our money. We just knew the government was kind of corrupt a little bit. I miss those days. But right now, we have a government, we have to keep our eyes on them because we don't know if we're going through a pandemic. We don't know if we're in a war. We don't know when a missile's going to come. We don't know if the global warming is speed up. We don't know nothing about what's going on in the government at all. We don't know if laws changed, if where they're sending people. I'm still waiting on new. What happened to alligator Alcatraz? What happened to alligator Alcatraz, the people in cages? It was here today, gone tomorrow. What happened to the people that was in them cages? Did they become alligator food? Somebody tell me something. Do anybody know any updates on alligator Alcatraz? Hello for Instagram. Hi, Instagram. I'm on Instagram as well. Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. How y'all doing? What happened to alligator Alcatraz? Anybody heard anything? Just like term one, he separated families, and we don't know if they got back together or not. We don't know. So I'm gonna move this show along because we're gonna talk about him, but we have to consider this a diversionary war. It's a diversionary war. It's called he called it the epic fury, right? But it's because he's trying to convince us that the nuclear bombs that he obliterated in Iran. Remember, he told us he obliterated their whole nuclear thing, right? That was just like last year. Now all of a sudden he's firing missiles again because they're coming up with weapons. I'm not sure if I'm the brightest in weapon creation, but I know that from the time he first bombed over there and now they did not have time to create a whole nother nuclear weapon for him to do what he did tonight. It's all a distraction, you guys, okay? And then when you do that, when you start a war with another country, you have to address the nation as to why we are in a war. Why? Right? If you're saying they're building nuclear weapons, show us the photos. Show us the weapons. Be a president. Okay? Um Going back to the daily bread, you're supposed to focus on God, because one thing about the weapons is no weapon formed against us shall prosper as long as we have our heart and our mindset on God. When we get closer to God, at the end of the day, none of this stuff matters, right? God written the script to all of our lives. I don't want to dwell on it like I'm worried about this, but I know that there are sacrifices that are made in the midst of us keeping our faith in God. There are still people being sacrificed in this. And we that are blessed to see another day cannot keep our eyes on the distractions. We have to keep our eyes on the prize that is God. All this stuff around us is designed to it's designed for us to question our faith. It's designed for us to question God, period. You know? And we can't get lost in the sauce, y'all. That's what he's trying to get us to do. We want to be so consumed by what he's doing in other countries that we're not saying that we're covered by God. And whatever he's doing is not going to affect us, because whether he bomb us or not, we know where we're going, right? We know that God don't play about us. That's why I'm blessed to have this platform to let people know that in the midst of everything that's going on, the chaos, the destruction, the deaths, the sacrifices, the confusion, the division, we cannot keep our eyes on the distractions. We have to pay attention to the fact that God has a mission for all of us to walk our paths in life, and we have to be glad in it, right? Today is a new day. You woke up today, you open your eyes, that's your first blessing of the day. If you can focus on that, the rest of the stuff don't matter. It's just an unfortunate situation that happened, right? Unfortunate. Okay? So when I say Corinthians, set your minds on things that are above, not things that are on the earth, it's talking about the Apostle Paul that writes to the church in Colossae. He encourages believers to focus on their new identity in Christ and live in accordance with that identity. By telling us to set our minds on things above, he reminds us that we are called to live for something greater than ourselves. We have to follow our dreams. We have to still dream big. We have to still live with a purpose. We can't be like, oh, he bombed Iraq, so let me now focus on how I'm going to survive and how. No, whatever you said you're going to do at the beginning of this year, whatever you said you're going to do at the beginning of next year, or the year before, follow your dreams. Continue on with your life, doing what you're doing. Include God in everything. Don't worry about that. Okay? Because I know one thing. One thing you have to keep in mind is when it's your time, it's your time. Okay? When it's your mom's time, it's your mom's time. When it's time, it's time. Okay? And with everything going around now, if it's my time, it's my time. And hey, okay? Because right now what we're on the brink of is suffering. and we can't focus on the problem. I'm more solution based, okay? So I ask God to keep my mind on the solution and not the problem, okay? Even though I'm doing a broadcast about a problem, I'm also encouraging you guys to not let it no absorb. Don't absorb the problem, okay? So it's all a distraction from the Epstein files. We know why he's doing it. He's doing it because we're getting close to exposing what's really hidden. Why he wants to keep everything hidden. So he even said on a live or on a hot mic to start a war. I don't care, but if I go down, you all are going down. He said that. We heard the audio. He said start a war. And that's why we have the bombs in Iran, right? Because he's trying to keep our minds swayed over there, overseas, trying to put our minds overseas and not focus on, no, you need to come out of office so that we can put people in place that are for us, that are about uplifting and bringing everybody together and keeping this nation, the nation that we've all built with our blood, sweat, and tears together. Okay. Um, Speaking of Texas, okay, I want to give a shout out to my other co-host, Mr. Tonio G. Let's see if I have the let me see if I can do this by myself. Miss Coco, I miss you, Antonio G. On I kind of miss y'all because y'all kind of kept things running a little smooth, but I'm doing everything by myself, and I'm grateful for it. Getting the hang of it, but I want to give a shout out to my cousin, and make sure I got the right. Um, my cousin Tonio G. He has he is a member, the board president of the Chamber of Commerce. Let me see. Move this over to the side. Okay. So yeah, he's a San Antonio LGBTQIA plus Chamber of Commerce, which is a leading voice for LGBTQIA plus and allied business in their region in San Antonio. They exist to ensure our community has access to resources, visibility, and representation needed to thrive. Grounded in equality and driven by collaboration, they work across sectors to strengthen local businesses, develop leaders, and shape a more inclusive economic future for all. So, if you guys are in part of the community and you guys are in San Antonio, um, I, I implore you guys to look up the Chamber of Commerce for the LGBTQIA plus, and my cousin Tonio G. That's here next to the female with the pink jacket on, with the blue pants and the white shoes. Let me see if I can get another picture. Yeah, that's him in the middle right there with the beard, the black beard. This is his award. So I want to thank him for his service. And he's continuing to serve the United States of America. He served in the Army. He's a 23 year veteran and associate director of United Healthcare. Um, and he is committed to supporting the LGBTQIA plus service members across Fort Sam, Lackland, and Randolph in Texas. After spending much of his career under the Don't Ask, Don't Tell, he is dedicated to creating safe space, empowering spaces for entrepreneurial growth while promoting education, inclusion, and a sense of belonging. So, shout out to my cousin for doing big things for the community. I am so proud of him. I told him he was super awesome for that, um, because unlike me, I got the military and I could care less about the military and because they know what they did. They know what they did. Okay. Um, so yeah, that was just speaking of Texas because I'm going to go into the fact that I don't know if y'all heard of a woman named oh, before I do that, the website for San Antonio, Texas, or if you live in Texas, period, I'm gonna put that down here in the banner. I'm doing all this by myself, y'all. I'm doing it. I'm doing it and doing it well. Okay, I'm gonna put it down here. So that's the website for the Chamber of Commerce. If you're LGBTQIA plus in Texas and you guys are starting a business and you want to find a place where you belong and a sense of community, I implore you guys to definitely um, check it out. Oh, he's in here. He's in the chat. I'm sorry. Oh, I didn't even know he was in the chat. Thank you. Tonio Gonzalez is in the chat, you guys, on YouTube. Yeah, so check him out. That's the website. He posted it in the chat as well. I'm glad you did that. So which is a segue for me to talk about Miss Jasmine Crockett, who is leading in the polls in Texas. She did a Texas tour where she traveled around Texas, campaigning for the U.S. Senate. I'm so proud of her and the work she's doing and the turnout. I think it was 600,000 early voters that came to turn out for Jasmine Crockett. And Texas is, it's safe to say that it's going to turn blue. If Texas turn blue, then the midterms is definitely ours. But that does not mean that we just sit around and just say, "Oh, Texas got it," because Texas don't have it by themselves. We have to put our work in too. In every state you're in, wherever you're from, when it's time to vote for the midterms, I implore you all to do that. This election, not the presidential election in 2028, this election in the midterms is the difference between life or death. Okay? You see what he cut so far. Just imagine he win that midterm, how much more he's going to cut, how much more damage he's going to do, because now he doesn't have to minimize everything he's doing for the sake of, oh, the midterms are coming up. Okay? So just letting y'all know, make sure you guys are voting, because y'all think it's bad now. We haven't even got the effects of the trickle down domino effect that he's done so far. We haven't even felt the brunt of it yet. There's a wave coming down where we're going to be struggling more than we are now. It just haven't hit us yet. And what we can do with new leadership after the midterm election is kind of like redirect this destruction he's caused, you know, join with our allies that he destroyed, you know, get some of these prices down that he racked up for the sake of the billionaires getting tax breaks. And I don't know about y'all, but when Kamala was running for president, I kind of was looking forward to that $25,000 first time home buyers policy that she had in place, that 50,000 first time business owner policy she had in place. I was looking forward to that. And then America said, nah, let's go white. Let's go white. But like I told everybody, after Donald Trump won the election, if you didn't vote for Kamala Harris, you dropped the ball. Because if you think about it, Black women have been surviving off the bare minimum for centuries, okay? If anybody know how to turn a budget into a full course Thanksgiving meal, it's a Black woman. If anybody has been through the struggle and know, if you have a Black mama on welfare, on whatever, government assistance, whatever, she turned that a little bit into something. You had Christmas, you had birthdays, you had Thanksgivings, you had the Easter Sundays, you went to church with your sharp suit on because mama made it happen. The Black woman made it happen. We are equipped to live and thrive off the bare minimum from this government. So there was a ball drop because people were not hip to that. Look how far we've come. Look how far we have come in society from scraps. When we could turn, now look, if we could turn chitlins and pig feet and stuff into a meal, what's a budget crunch? We can move some money around. Okay, we put this whole United States on layaway. Okay, and we'll pay. Come on, y'all. We know what bills can wait and what bills need to be paid right. I'm just saying, everything is in God's time. It is. I believe that, Miss Coco. I believe that. Yes. So, Texas is doing big things. I want to just give a big shout out to everyone in Texas that has gotten out there and that's making a difference, that's voting, because if Texas win, we all win. But we all have to be included with Texas. We can't lean all on Texas and just say, "Oh, Texas got it. We good." Cuz that's a lie. Okay? So, shout out to Texas. Okay. Um so Jasmine Crockett, you guys know she is also um running with James Tallarico, um, which is another good candidate. He's okay, you know, but it's time for us to not sleep on the black woman climbing to the top, okay? And I'm not racist or anything, but we've had enough of the white. Let's put some black power in there, okay? Let's put some black power in office, y'all. Let's put some black power in office. We've dropping the ball too many times. Every Barack Obama can go in any event space and get cheers, applause, and no boos, nothing. That's saying a lot. Put a black woman up there. Y'all think them cheers or something? Wait till the black woman get up there and make a difference. We've tried every version of white man that we've been given. We tried every version of white man we can, some of them then, I'm just saying, right? We're thriving for newness, right? A nuance. We need something new, something fresh, something younger. Okay? But James Tallarico, he's kind of, he's a good running mate or whatever, but Cardi B, who's also endorsed, um, Jasmine Crockett. So I'm glad to see that. Cardi B, I don't know if on another note, I don't know if y'all have noticed, but Cardi B's tour has been doing. I mean, I like Cardi B. That's my guilty. She's my guilty pleasure, y'all. Cardi B is my guilty pleasure. Um, I just love that she's authentic and she's being herself. Um, and her tours are selling out. And I'm glad that she collabed with a lot of people, because you hear the collaboration music with everybody she collaborated with. She's kind of like honoring them still. She's bringing out other guests, like, in the rap scene. I'm going off subject, but I'm coming back to the positive too. I'm staying the course, but I'm changing the subjects. Okay, so this episode is very random. Okay, because I told you I just came up with this episode today, so bear with me, y'all. Okay, my true charms get it. Be prepared to call the charm line at the end of the show. If y'all in here, I'm going to open the charm line so you guys can talk. I don't have any voicemails, so if you guys want to call in now, or if you're calling in after the show is over with, you guys can leave a message. I will definitely play it. Make sure you guys subscribe. Make sure the bell is clicked on YouTube. Make sure you guys have hit the like button. That's one thing I always forget to say. Make sure, if you're in here watching this, make sure that thumbs up button is pressed in the YouTube, on the YouTube page. Because that helps with the algorithm. It helps to grow the show. And the more we grow, the more we give, the more we can do. I have some plans for this show, but we have to build a community, okay? I have a special announcement for when we reach 500 subscribers, okay? So we're a little over halfway there. So we need to reach 500. And of course, we're going to go all the way up to a million, in the millions, whatever. But first, we're going to just start at the basis where we're at. And I'm asking for 500. That means everybody that's watching this show right now, I need you guys to just share it on your social media pages and just put in the caption, hit the subscribe button. It's the freest sense of support you guys can do for the show to help the show. It doesn't require much. Just hit the subscribe button, you guys. Okay. Okay. Thank you guys.
Interesting. Now, on another note, back to you, Ms. Nova.
Run it up.
Like, subscribe, share. That's how you show love. Yeah, like, subscribe, share.
Ms. Klova Nova's mobile app recommendations. The Upside app. Earn up to 3x more cash back on essential purchases like groceries, dining, and gas. Cash out anytime directly to your bank account or choose from gift cards at popular retailers. Exclusively, just for the charms. Use charm referral code KLEVA8227 and get 15 cents per gallon extra cash back, and 10 cents extra cash back on one restaurant or grocery purchase. Or scan the QR code. Now, back to KLOVAVISION.
Let your spirit rise. Let your spirit rise. Let your spirit rise. Let your spirit
All right, we are at a segment of spiritual vitamin for the show tonight. Thank you guys for all the love y'all giving me on TikTok. Thank you guys for the love on Instagram. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. So today's spiritual vitamin. I'm gonna go into Matthew 5:14 through 16, right? So this kind of touches on where this segment is right now. It says, "You are the light of the world." Okay, a city set on a hill cannot be hidden. When I read that in Matthew 5:14 through 16, think about it. A city set on a hill cannot be hidden. When your focus is higher, when you're not focused on what's below, you're focused on what's above, you can't be hidden. You have to be visible, okay? Nor do people light a lamp and put it under a basket, but on a stand, and it gives light to all in the house. In the same way, let your light shine before others so that they may see your good works and give glory to your Father who is in heaven. And when I tell you, that was very significant to me because, hold on, let me see what's going on with this. That was very significant for me because I was watching this show. Oh my God. I don't know what's going on with TikTok, but I don't know what's going on with TikTok, but yeah. So when I read that, to me, I thought about this movie that I watched. I'm trying to think of the name of it. I think it was it wasn't Cross, but Terrence Howard was in the movie. It was the guy that played Emmett in The Shy. Who else was in that movie? You know, Kenny Lattimore's son was in there too. And when Terrence Howard said life, right? He took the word life. He took the word life and he said the L is for life. The E is for everlasting. But in the middle of life, if you focus on what created life, you can have life everlasting. Like Terrence Howard, okay, he did something right there. He said the middle of life is that if, that mustard seed, that one little grain. If we can focus on higher than what's going on earth, we can be aware of what's going on. We can be aware of our surroundings. We can have discernment. We can be aware of what's going on. But the focus should be higher than what's at surface level. When we keep our heads above earthly matters, worldly matters, whatever, we can see what's going on around us. But when our hearts and our minds are focused upward and forward, we can have life everlasting. It won't bother us. God did not bless us with the spirit of fear. Okay? We can't pray and feel blessed and worry in the same sentence. We can't. In the same space, the same time, we cannot be worried but have faith in God. Faith and worry is a contradiction. We can't. So with all the chaos, with all the corruption that's going on in this world, let's not lose focus on the bigger picture. And that bigger picture is we are all on a spiritual journey, and we're getting our spiritual vitamins so that we can thrive in the midst of the chaos, despite the chaos. Okay? I just want to see us all win, y'all. If y'all go back and play that commercial, that was the Upside app. I use that app. I actually use that app. They're not paying me, but I decided to use that app and give you guys the code for that app. Thank y'all. I decided to give you guys that code because you guys get 2,000 bonus points off the top just for downloading the app using that code. And when you get cash back on that app, if you have a car and you go to gas stations, don't forget to use that Upside app. Go back, screenshot that code, that QR code, and if you're driving around, you stop at a gas station, say, hey, let me get that receipt. When you get your gas, and you snap your receipt that's attached to your credit card number, and you get cash back, okay? And at the end of the year, you got some money saved up the way you can get some free gas off the money that you paid on gas already. So it's like a discount on gas, okay? With these, when in the times of tariffs and everything jacking up, we need to save every penny we can save, right? Okay, so I just wanted to share that with you guys with the charms. I have another code for this app. This app I use, I don't care if it's your receipt, my receipt, whoever receipt. If I'm at a restaurant, somebody drop a receipt, I'm going to pick it up and I'm going to scan that receipt. You know why? I'm going to tell you why. Here's why.
Ms. Klova Nova's mobile app recommendations. Fetch Rewards, the app that connects with your grocery and retail purchases, allowing you to scan receipts or link loyalty cards to earn points for every eligible purchase. Points can then be redeemed for gift cards, discounts, or other rewards. Exclusively, just for the charms. Use charm referral code 5RX2V and get 2,000 points when you scan your first receipt. Or scan the QR code with your phone. Now, back to the show.
All right. So that's 2 codes. I'm gonna run them codes for a couple episodes, probably all season. I'm running them codes. So if you guys want to come back and watch the show later on, if you couldn't get your phone together, it's gonna be here. Go on YouTube. Make sure you guys are screenshotting the QR code and save some money on receipts. Now, those receipts add up with points. Those points can be transferred to gift cards. Those gift cards can be used like Amazon gift cards. They have gift cards at a lot of stores. But the receipts, if you buy the stuff that's highlighted, like they have different items and stuff, if you shop at different stores, you can get like 1,000 points. Every point adds up. Like every 10,000 points is $10. 20,000 points, $20. 30,000 points, $30. And you guys, those points add up quick. So you guys can use them. I've gotten several gift cards from using the app. So we got the Upside app, we got the Fetch app. Okay, the Fetch app gonna have y'all guys looking for receipts everywhere. Just you're gonna be snapping receipts everywhere. I think you do 30 in one day, 30 receipts. You're gonna be at the store. Hey, give me a receipt. Just scan it. Get your points. Get your gift cards. Thank me later. Okay. Thank me later. Leave a message on the charm line, and let me know if you guys have downloaded either app. I'm gonna put that in here too. So let's open up the line, y'all. Since we don't have any voicemails, let's open up the charm line. Do I have a segment for the charm line? I think I got a segment for the charm line.
Oh, hey, Charm Call. I was just thinking about you. Tell me everything.
Call now. Call me now. 850-692-2368. You guys can call in. I have not tested this. I asked my friend Rashad to call and test it. I know you guys can hear it on the tablet, but I'm not sure if it's hooked up to the speakers. I'm gonna hold my tablet up against the camera so you guys can hear. You may or may not get to hear the people calling in, but I'll reiterate what whoever calls in said. But you guys can call in if you have any questions about anything I said about the voting, early voting. Make sure you guys stay on topic, okay? If you guys want to compliment the show, if you guys want to give a birthday shout out to somebody, if you guys want to give an anniversary shout out, a congratulations shout out, now is your time. Call 850-692-2368. And do I have it? Wait a minute. Let me make sure everything's open first. Let me make sure I got everything open. And I'll give it a couple minutes, but in this segment, I want to highlight the importance of keeping positive in this negative environment, this negative climate that we're in. We have to remember that this government is designed to divide us and to separate us so that we don't feel like we are inclusive. We don't feel like a sense of community. And I want to encourage everyone to ignore that. Check on your neighbors. Check on those family members that you wrote off. You're not talking to them right now. Talk to them. Make sure you guys are all good. Pray for your enemies. Pray for those who are you're at odds with. Just pray for them. This is not the time to hold. Grudge is heavy. Okay? Let me tell you, grudge is heavy. And when you wear that grudge, it rubs off on your other relationships, and you don't want that. You don't want, because you're not talking to or you upset with or whatever, you don't want that to rub off on your circle. And we have a call.
1. To send a voicemail, press.
All right, we have a caller. Oh, hello.
Hi, Klova Nova.
Hi, how are you? Thank you for calling in.
I'm amazing. I'm amazing, wonderful, and blessed.
Amazing, wonderful, and blessed. That's good. This sounds like Jahari the hippie from the group Sonic Healing.
Huh? You can. It is.
Everybody go and Google Jahari the hippie from the group Sonic Healing. They have a new song out called, well, they have two songs that I love, Sonic Supernova, and they have Hypnotic coming out. This is Jahari the hippie on the line right now. Jahari, you have a question or a shout out or a comment?
You were the inspiration behind Supernova, just to let this nasty go.
The Chimes know I'm Supernova. The Chimes know. I'm still waiting on that remix to come out. I'm still waiting on that remix, though. Did you have
I just wanted to get on here and just say that I do. I just wanted to call you and just say how proud I am of you for continuing to follow your passion, how you have dedicated yourself to informing people and using your platform and your voice to bring people up, to expel the knowledge that you have gained through the various facets of life that you have walked. It's a really, really beautiful thing to see, and I just want to congratulate you and to tell you to keep on going. You closer to those million subscriptions than you go.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that. That keeps me going. The fact that y'all.
That's it, and I love you, and I want to get back to watching.
Okay, love you too. Thank y'all, and let me say, I just want to say, to piggyback off that, you guys being in the chat, being in the comments, just providing the feedback is motivation for me. I don't know if you guys are aware of this. Some of my day one charms know. I could not have started this off without my two co-hosts, Miss Coco and Mr. Tony G. They were the ones that pushed me, that motivated me, that helped me to be comfortable in this space to do a podcast. Because I started by myself. I did 2 episodes at the very, very, very beginning. And I look back on the episodes, I was like, no. That I didn't like them at all. But I left them up there. But I was just like, no. I did not like myself in them episodes. But then when my co-host came on, they kind of warmed me up. They kind of like motivated me to the point where I'm like, I can do this. Let's take the training wheels off. So it wasn't like, I want to clear that too. There was no beef with me and my co-host or whatever. I think after season 3, Coco had a new gig, and schedules just was all over the place. Mom went into the nurse home. It was just all over the place. And I was just like, you know what? I could either say, okay, I've done that. Let's move on to something else. Or I could come back and say, let me do this myself. I can do this. I got it. I have faith in myself that I can do this. Because I've done it with my co-hosts. And there was a time in the midst of season 3 when I did an episode by myself. If y'all know the episode, put it in the comments. If y'all know the episode I did by myself when neither Tony G or Coco could not come on the broadcast, and I had to do it myself. And I said I knew that this day was going to come. And I did it, and I did good. Yes. So I'm comfortable now, and it's because of you guys. Because you guys showing up in the chat. Because you're showing up on TikTok. You're showing up on Instagram. It's KLOVAVISION on Instagram. Miss Klova Nova on TikTok, Snapchat too, but TikTok. And I have a big announcement to make, you guys. Okay, so I have an announcement to make. Hey, D'Angelo, how you guys doing? See, I'm so proud of you and what you are. Becoming, keep faith, stand strong, and keep pushing, my love. Thank you for push. Oh my God, thank you for amazing, and I can't wait for the world to realize who you. I appreciate that so much, D'Angelo. We go way back, D'Angelo. We go way back to me doing drag show. I always admire. Okay, in the chat on YouTube for the other platforms. If you're reading the comments on YouTube, D'Angelo Woods is an entertainer. Okay, I'm just going to encapsulate it as an entertainer and a model. Okay, he has the most model-esque face that I've seen in my life, and he is a good entertainer. I've always wanted to work with him. When I was doing like drag shows, I always used to watch him when he performed. In the midst of me getting ready for my set, I used to always watch him when he used to go up. And I see how he would dance and he would just entice the crowd. It was a few entertainers I did that for, but D'Angelo was definitely one of those entertainers. So I encourage you guys to follow D'Angelo Woods and to see what I'm talking about. You guys will get into him. But I appreciate that. But I said it to say this. The fact that KLOVAVISION is still going on right now is because I have you guys in the chats. I have you guys here present. I think if by like maybe the third show I didn't have anybody in the chat, I wouldn't be doing this. If I have one person in the chat, I'm good. But the fact that I have a couple of people in the chat is promising that it'll grow. I just need to be consistent. I know that I play a part in that too. I play a part in the lackluster of my show growing. But that's something that I'm motivated now to do because you guys are in the chat. So I want to encourage you guys in this moment to make sure you guys are subscribed, and not only subscribe, but also to make sure you guys are click the bell, because I may do a pop-up. I'm trying to stick to this Monday at 8:30-ish routine, but I may just go live on a whim and just say, let me go live and just talk about a certain thing that's on my mind at that brief moment. I want you guys there and present. I love you too, D'Angelo. Thank you. Thank you. You're welcome. You're also welcome. Yeah, so it's because you guys are in the chat that I'm loving where the show is going. I want this to be a show where you guys can call in with topics. I do my research. The next time I go live, I'm talking about your topics. I want to address your topics. I want to address everything that you guys want to talk about and give you my opinion about it. That's why it's called KLOVAVISION. It's from my eyes. Everything I'm talking about is from my vision. So I may not be politically correct. I may not be, but from my perspective, this is what is going on. Okay, now for my announcement. But first,
Interesting. Now, on another note, back to you, Miss Nova.
Run it up.
Like, subscribe, share, that's how you show love. Yeah, like, subscribe, share.
okay, my big announcement is we are going to Spotify. Okay, now I know y'all love to see me on YouTube and everything, but I have created a Spotify channel for the show, and seeing me is called KLOVAVISION. Okay, so if you're in a car or you're on the bus or you're on the train and you want to watch the show, you want to listen to the show, if you missed the show on a Monday, every Friday, this show will be on Spotify as under the Klova Herd. Okay, so this is KLOVAVISION, where you guys get to see me. You can also follow me on Klova Herd on Spotify. The first episode I did on this season will premiere this Friday. Okay, the second episode will be on next Friday. So this episode right now will be on 3 Fridays from now. So you guys can catch up with the episodes on Spotify, and you can listen to them. Everything that you hear right now will be hearing on Spotify. And I'm digging into, I think Spotify has something where I could share it on other platforms, Apple, whatever, what other podcast audio platforms there are. I'm going to spread it out. But first, I'm starting on Spotify, and I'm so proud of myself. Because I did all that myself, y'all. I did all that myself. And if I have my little clap thing, I'm gonna clap for myself. Because one thing to know about a Leo is we don't like tedious work. I'm sorry, but my Leos get it. Leos, when it come down to like the tedious stuff, we don't like. Just give me in the camera, put me on, spread it around. We like the big picture. Okay, every Leo knows what I'm talking about when I say tedious work. No, we don't like to do the tedious work. We like to do the big work, and just let it do what it do. So I took my time and did the tedious work of putting a profile up and whatnot. And I have a Spotify podcast account called Clover Heard Podcast. So if you're on Spotify, if you have a Spotify account, just search Clover Heard. Go ahead and subscribe, and you guys can catch up on starting from season 4. I may or may not upload other seasons. I'm gonna upload the highest season, maybe the first 5 highest seasons or whatever. But yeah. Anything else I gotta talk about? So yeah, call the Clover line if you guys have a birthday in March. We're in March. So if anybody that you know his birthday is in March and you want to shout them out on the next episode, make sure you guys call the line, shout them out, share it on your page, and it will be on the next episode. I'm planning on doing talent shows. I want to do talent shows and give away cash prizes. I'm gonna do a Cash App show where people the people that win the talent shows, whether you rap, sing, do poetry, whether you do dance routine or whatever you do, the charms will vote and you guys could win. We'll call it. I'll come up with a clever name for it. Oh, also, I am willing to pay someone. I'm making this up as I go. Okay. I'm looking for a studio background, a green screen studio that I can use, right? With my social media on the sides of me. I need my Instagram, my Facebook, my Snapchat, my all that on the side of me. If you come up with the most creative way to do that, there's a cash prize. I haven't come up with the amount yet, but there's a cash prize attached to that, and there's a cash prize attached to if you can replace this logo, the KLOVAVISION logo. As y'all see, it's shaped like an eye with a pupil in the middle with the microphone on the top. So I kind of shaped it like an eye for vision. So come up with something creative with KLOVAVISION podcast for the icon as a cash prize with that. You send all those ideas to Miss Klova Nova at gmail.com. And I'm not putting it in the ticker, and I'm not putting it on the banner because you have to be listening to this episode to know. You have to be here. You have to watch it from this point to know that Miss Klova Nova at gmail.com. Just come up with a very high end. I mean, you can come up with a logo, or you can come up with like a animation for a logo, or a background logo, and I would definitely compensate someone who come up with the most creative logo. Okay, I'm looking for that. So, on that note, if no one else is going to call in, I thank you guys for watching this episode. I look forward to playing your voicemails after the show air. If you have a topic you want me to talk about, compliment, birthday shout out, anniversary shout out, congratulations is in order for you or somebody else, make sure you guys call the charm line. And on that note, you guys, I'm going to hit you guys with the intro again. I haven't had an outro yet, so I'm still working on that. Still waiting on the outro to the show. But I hit you guys with the intro again, and thank you guys for watching. God is absolutely the most brilliant, brightest specimen of light you can have in your world. So keep your mind on higher ground. And like I said, you are a light in the world. A city set on a hill cannot be hidden. Matthew 5:14-16. God is light.
Big star, daughter to the sun. Life for the party, order up the fun. Booming, how I zoom it, call me Heidi, right? If you're not influenced, then it's highly. Klova not a glare, but a glow. Klova got the flair for the show, a beat for the... I'm skipping over comments like hopscotch, just to add the fire to sound it because it's top notch. Flavor, disco inferno. OG major, let's go internal. South to the north for the torch I live. It gets hard to ignore this gift. When it comes to the heat, you can never skip me. Think I'm lying, extra Harry the hippie. Then my light, you can never shake me. Supernova, that's mega, baby. Yeah.
And now, here's your host,